Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. All right, we got a very special guest.
Hey,
We got a very
B-Rob.
special
B-Rob,
guest
what's up, B-Rob?
joining us today.
What up, my dog?
49ers running back Brian Robinson Jr.
My dog.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How you doing,
good, man? I'm good, man. Look, 3-0, but y'all been besieged by injuries, man. Nick Bosa's out, Brock Purdy, Kittle, Jennings, Ayuk is still yet to play. How have you guys been able to still be 3-0 as the injuries start to mount? And it's the adage, the cliche, next man up has really had to be you guys' mantra.
Yeah, I think the depth just got to prepare. They just got to keep preparing like the starters. Same conversation me and Matt Jones been having. The last couple of weeks. He didn't think he didn't know he was gonna have to start. The last couple of weeks. So, just big testament to guys that just come in prepared, come in working. They gonna get their shot, gonna get a moment at any given time. So, I think that's the biggest thing about just having a team full of experienced players and depth that prepare well. So guys got to step up now for sure.
Yeah. B-Rob, what has that transition been like for you? Going from Washington, going down to San Francisco. What has the transition been? Getting acclimated to the offense, getting acclimated to a new atmosphere, a new environment. What has that been like for you?
Uh, it's been good. It's been a work in progress for sure. It was a quick turnaround for sure. But I think with Kyle's offense, it's easy to kind of for my style, it's a lot of run game in there. So like it's easy for me to, pick up to that stuff. Obviously, some of the verbiage and stuff I'm still picking up on, but for the most part, I've been picking up on stuff pretty fast.
My running back coach is out there with y'all, Bobby Turner. You tell him, hey, say, man, I was on with Unc last night, Bobby T. He told me to tell you what's up.
Okay, I'm gonna for sure let him know tomorrow. I'm gonna let him know.
What's been Kyle's message to you guys? I've known Kyle since he was 12 years old. I know a lot of the guys out there because a lot of the guys were with me when I was in Denver. Kyle was in high school and when he went on to the University of Texas. But I know a lot of those coaches out there. So what's been Kyle's message to you guys that keep you guys got you guys 3-0, even though the injuries have started to mount?
I think the message that really sits with me for real is he's been telling us, just play desperate. That's just been the message. Just play desperate, and I feel like that's enough said. Honestly, shit, everybody pretty much respond to that alone. Everybody knows exactly what he mean when he say that. Like, play desperate and shit. I feel like that's the message. Yeah. Simple as that.
Brad. Okay. We hear this all of a sudden. I mean, I thought you was playing well for Washington, and then all you saw, he might get traded, or if he did not get, they can't find a trade partner they're going to release. Was there anything in training camp? Was there anything in the offseason that led you to believe that you wouldn't be a Commander this season?
I mean, honestly, I couldn't even tell you that. I was just so focused on, just being a Commander. Right. I felt like at the time that's the only thing I should have been focused on. Unless somebody from the higher up had a message they wanted to say something to me that made me think otherwise. Other than that, my only focus was being a Commander. So I couldn't tell you nothing besides like the rumors or something like that probably like triggered it. But you don't really get too caught up in rumors and stuff that go on the internet. You don't really know, but apparently they was knowing shit. They was knowing stuff I ain't know at the time.
Hey, listen, B-Rob, that happened to all of us, baby. That happened to all of us. One day, obviously, it happened to me. Unc, I'm sure it happened to you. And sometimes you going on about your business, doing what you're doing for getting prepared for the season, and all of a sudden, it always come from in-house too. It always comes from in-house. They purposely put it out there just to get the storm going, and it lets you know, well, damn, that's how y'all feel about me. Everything I did for you, all the work I done put in, the blood, sweat, and tears I done went to war with y'all, and that's what y'all want to leak out there. And it is what it is. But listen, you off the greener pastures, obviously, enjoying. So how you enjoying your time out there in San Francisco so far?
Shit, honestly, man, I just I mean, I jumped straight into it, man. I ain't really had time to really just, get out and really explore like that. I'm sure when the time come, I'll see what it's like. But right now, shit, it's just been all ball for me, man. I jumped straight off the jet, like,
Yeah.
like trying to get in the playbook. I was because shit, I'm in the same position. I
You like
gotta
a
be
rookie
ready to
all over
step
again.
up
Got
at
to
any
learn a
minute.
new system.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But at the same time, also preparing like the starter that shit I always been. So,
Yes, sir.
so when my number called, like come in there and do my thing, So that's what I expect to do. So I'm, just working on getting caught up to speed as fast as I can, just so that it ain't no hiccups when that number get called. I don't care
Right.
about the fact that it's only been a couple weeks. I ain't making no excuses of that. You know what I'm saying? When it's time for me to spin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, is the offense schematically any different? I'm sure the words are different, but are there any similarities from the Commanders and what you have to do with the 49ers, or is it completely different?
I think we run a different scheme.
Okay.
It's definitely a different scheme, and it's actually like I like it.
Right.
One cut, get your ass downhill.
Exactly. That make enough sense. That make enough sense to me. You feel me? That
Right.
makes sense
Right.
to me. I'm good with that.
I blocked that system. Hey, one cut. Hey, we're going to cut the backside. When you make a decision, when you put your foot in the dirt, commit to that. Come on with it.
Yes, sir. Don't worry.
Bobby T, hey. So that hey, we practice that. So why the hell you doing
Hey,
it?
yeah. Bobby T don't play. Just know it. Hey, I don't know if you know Bobby T. Bobby T don't play.
Nah.
I done got to know him well over the last
Oh
3
yeah.
weeks for sure.
Oh yeah. Bobby T a great guy though. Man, he a great guy. What's it like having Christian McCaffrey? I mean, you're in the same meeting room with Christian McCaffrey. You're in the backfield sometimes. What's it been like? Because going to the University of Alabama, you used to having great players around you, but he a different animal.
Yeah, he definitely, he is who he is though, but he's super humble, great, great
Yeah.
teammate. So it's, it's easy to, be in a room with him. He's just a great team player. So he ain't too caught up in, being Christian McCaffrey and all that, so shit, it's been pretty cool, just getting to know him and get to play alongside him and just seeing how he go about his business and why he is the special player he is because shit, he handled his business like that. He be on top of it, you know what I'm saying? It's just been fun to watch, just get to know him and just see how he's been great like that over these years. So.
Yeah. Hey man, what is it like, man? I'm like just the thought, man, and being able to share the feel. I'm kind of hurt almost a little bit not being able to play in this era because there's some great players that I enjoy watching, especially on the defensive side of the ball that I would love I would have loved to go against.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred Warner has to be one of my favorite players.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, what is you got to tell me, what is it like being able to share the field with Young Bull, man, every time y'all out there on that field?
Yeah, I think being able to share the field with Fred is special. It's a moment in my life I ain't gonna take for granted for sure
Yeah.
because shit, I came out here to San Fran and had to play against Fred my rookie year,
Yeah.
and man, we tore each other up. You know what I'm saying? But we hit it. Look, we hit each other enough just after the game, like bro,
Respect.
respect, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Respect for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, by the time I walked in the building here, it was just like, we still remember like them moments like playing against each other. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we on the same team now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, we gonna go do that to other teams now. We gonna go do what we was doing to each other. We gonna go do that to somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Dope. That's
yeah,
dope.
I think
Well,
that's spelled, yeah,
B
that's dope for sure.
B Rob, do you remember first game you came out? It's a tremendous meme. You came out running to many men after the traumatic. You ended up getting shot, and I was like, well, he probably done for the year. And hell, you back in no time. I'm like, damn. I mean, obviously that's a very traumatic experience. What was it like running out after being shot? I don't think you missed very many games. What'd you miss? Like 3-4 games, or you was right back.
Yeah, I only missed the games that I was out for the what is it,
Yeah,
NFI
the
or non-football injury list.
injury reserve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you gotta miss
4
the four
games.
four games. So
right.
those the only 4 games I had missed
Did
though.
you know you was gonna be able to make it back so quick? So when this happened, So what are the doctors telling you? What are the athletic trainers telling you? And then what are you telling yourself?
So the doctors actually told me that I would make a full
Oh,
recovery. I would be able to, play ball
okay,
again. So
that's
that was the
good.
first thing the doctors told me. So once I got out of there, shit, I took it straight to the recovery room, and once I got in the recovery room, it was just a work in progress. Shit, once I started walking and I was able to jog and just move my feet and just do little cuts and stuff to just make me feel like myself again. I just started kind of ramping myself up just in the training room and getting stronger. Um, and really, shit, I still wasn't ready to play. I wanted to play.
Right.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, ain't nothing finna stop me from playing. I'm playing. And especially after shit getting named a starter too. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
got to get
I
out
get to
there.
start my career as a starter. I gotta go
Yeah.
get in there and get active. And shit, I wasn't even close to healed and healthy
Damn.
when I even touched the field. Anyway, not even close. Not by a long shot.
Right.
Not by a long shot.
That's
I
right.
ran. I ran on one leg. I ran on one leg for 2 years for sure.
Damn.
Mm.
Like no doubt. But so when I finally came back, this was the thing that this was the decision making time. After had sat out for the first 4 games and I was able to come back. Rivera was my head coach at the time. Coach Rivera, he came in the locker room. He came to me. He was just like, "Yo, totally up you." I respect that though. You know what I'm saying? He came up to me. He was just like, "Yo, it's totally up you." Like your call, your shot. I'm like, I'm going. That was the only words I have. I'm like, I'm going. So,
That's
you know,
loud.
Going
that's just how.
going through this traumatic experience, have you had to move differently? Have you surrounded yourself with different people? Make sure you stay out of certain areas. So, how has that impacted the way you move day to day now?
Honestly, I've always been the type that move precisely. I always had that precision in my movements. So it was actually kind of shocking how that even
It happened.
drew up on me. I didn't realize that the city was just that bad. I didn't know it was that terrible out
Right.
there. I was just calmly stopping through.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that terrible. To where
Right.
I had to really, just be all the way on
Got to stay
edge
on
for
your
sure.
six.
And
Got to stay
then
on your P's and Q's.
then yeah, like I really wasn't even on that type of time at the time. And most shit, like that's just how I naturally move anyway. So
Right.
I kind of let my guards down for a minute down after just getting the rules and stuff from the NFL security of our team. They was just telling us like how the gun laws and stuff like that is down there. So I'm like, all right, I ain't no guns. Guns down, I ain't gonna worry about the gun. Feel me? So
Bad please.
so my mindset was just kind of like I kind of like I slept on them for just a
Right.
little. I kind of slept on them, you know what I'm saying? And shit, it happened just that fast.
Damn.
Just in that little window where I was sleeping at. I took, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, they ran down on my man. You had the jury, they take anything up off you?
Nah, man, I ain't really even have nothing on me but shit, my wallet and my keys. But they was they was more shocked as they was just as shocked as I was. So it was just
Right.
kind of like we was at a like a little
Right.
standoff, and um, I ain't give them nothing. But it was I just ain't really have time
Right.
to. Shit was
It
just
happened
happening
so
so
quick.
fast. I ain't had time to do nothing for real. But what I did. But like I said, you never know what you're gonna do until you get in a situation. Like I learned something about myself that day.
Right. You
I'm glad you're good though. I'm glad you're good, man. By the grace of God, man, to be able to continue doing what I'm sure was your childhood dream, and that's playing the game of football, brother.
you're from Tuscaloosa. Um, was there any? Did you consider going to any other school other than Alabama?
No, not really. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. It was always Bama, bro. It was always Bama, and I even tried to go out and visit other schools, and it just wasn't
Didn't even
Bama,
seem
And
right.
what really it almost got a little rowdy as right before like it was time for me to go and sign the school. Kirby had got the head coaching job at
Right.
Georgia after being at Alabama for all those years, and he was part of my recruiting process as well. So, he kind of went and got that job at Georgia, and he was just like, "Come on." I'm like, I went over there and checked him out. Me and my family went over there and, sat down with him, he made it real interesting. He made it interesting. He finally had made my recruiting process interesting because at that point I hadn't been paying attention to nobody.
Right.
Then Kirby had got that job. He made it interesting for a short second, and I was just like, nah, bro, can't do it.
Can't do it. That's dope. That's dope.
Give me your top 5 Alabama running backs.
Off the top like that. All right, but I gotta go back a few years because my first running back that I actually paid attention to, just growing up in Tuscaloosa was Glenn Coffey.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw him in there. I'm gonna let Glenn slide. And then I'm gonna let Mark Ingram get in there.
Mark.
I gotta let Mark get in there. I gotta let Trent get in there. I gotta let Trent get in there. I gotta let Josh get in there. I gotta let Josh get in there.
You ain't got but one more spot?
Not including myself. I'm not including myself, but I'm gonna put Derek in there too. You got
Damn, you throwing Derek in there as an afterthought, huh? Damn.
But no, it ain't. He ain't last. It ain't really no order. Everybody doing their thing. Right. It ain't no order when you putting the Bama backs together. It really ain't no order. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like it really ain't no order. Obviously you can put them in your own order. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit.
Good little list.
That's a nice list.
Good list.
Man, hey, B-Rob, we appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck. Stay healthy. And when your time come in there, hey, shine. Shine bright like a diamond, bro. Do your thing.
No doubt. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, B-Rob, do me a favor.
What's up, bro?
Hey, when you see Fred tomorrow, tell Fred I would have ran his ass over for me real quick, bro.
All right, bro. I'm gonna be the first person I talk to in the morning.
All right,
All right, B-Rob. Have a good one, man.
Bro.
Thanks for joining us.